They might not let me come in.
No, I'm saying you hold this. Say hi.
No, get that off of that. Hey, y'all, now hang that up.
So I have a chronic condition called hidradenitis suppurativa. I've been dealing with hidradenitis suppurativa for a very, very, very long time. So basically, what that is, it's a condition where you develop abscesses, and for you know, people get abscesses like under their arms, um, like in their butt crack, in their groin area, in the vagina area. For me, I get them under my arms, and it's a reoccurring condition um, that is triggered. It's a uh, like not a, how do you say it? It's a condition that's can flare up because of stress. A change of your diet for me is fried foods, greasy foods, and weight gain. But it is, an ongoing condition. For some people, they get those abscesses multiple times a year. I used to get them a lot before I was told what it was. I used to get them a lot, a whole lot. And I would actually have to go into, you know, a doctor's office, my urgent care or whatever, a surgeon office, and have them lanced. But the last big flare up that I had was in 2017 when my brother died. Obviously, I was stressed. I went to New Orleans and I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat like stress eat, or like eat comforting food. So I was eating fried oysters and fried seafood like every day, along with fighting with my sisters and things like that. And I had a flare up in 2017 that needed to be treated, you know, with the lancing and antibiotics and all that kind of stuff. And I haven't had a flare up like that since then, because y'all on here with me, y'all see that I've been managing my eating, managing my weight, and doing my best to manage my stress. So the COVID crisis is not one that, kind of fosters a stress-free, your stress-free mind state. Like, I do the best I can. So this is where I am. So I have my pain and so I have pain and antibiotics right here. And my sister Jeannine came and drove me to urgent care. Now, let's get into that. I called her yesterday to ask her for antibiotics because they always have medicine. So I figured if I treated this at home with, just over-the-counter pain medicine, ibuprofen, and your warm compress, and just rest, it would resolve. Meaning, it will come to a head, it will bust, relief will be found there, and then you take antibiotics to eliminate that infection, because basically that's what it is. She didn't give it to me. So I spent last night resting, warm compress, and just sleeping. I wasn't feeling good. It hurt so bad, y'all. It hurt worse than fucking childbirth. Like, it hurt so bad. So I called for my oldest son to drive me, because you're in so much pain before they cut you. Just imagine how much pain I'm in right now after they stick you with the lidocaine. They stick you with the lidocaine a million times to get the numbing medicine under your arm. And because I've been cut under my arm so many times, I have scar tissue, and the infection is like really deep down in there. So oh my God. Then they cut it and like dig around in there and then squeeze. Oh my God, Jesus Christ. So anyway, Jeannine came. Whew. A ride with Jeannine anywhere is a ride. Maybe laughing with Jeannine on her way to urgent care was a good thing because that eased my tension. Y'all saw she ran a red light. She cursed the lady out at Popeyes. You know. I don't think the light turned red.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to get somewhere and get something.
What's your order, please?
Can I have a number 8 with a Coke?
Yes, ma'am. You want those fries as well?
Yes, hot fries, please.
Yes, ma'am. Would you like anything else, like an apple pie, blueberry?
No, ma'am, thank you.
Would that be all?
Yes.
Okay, 694, please. Thank you.
She's just being polite.
But she asked the same question twice.
She's just being polite.
Well, bitch, you asked the same thing. You just worded it different.
Now, like I said, this is a chronic condition that I have been actively dealing with since I was pregnant with Isaiah. Isaiah is now 18 When I was pregnant with Isaiah, the cyst was actually in my vagina. Like on the, like if this is the vagina, hole, it was like right here in the vagina, and it was so big I couldn't walk. So I've been dealing with this since then, and most days I deal with this and people don't even know, you know. I think I manage pain well, or maybe I just have a positive attitude, so you know, I manage this. But sometimes you have to go, like it's so severe, you have to go get it treated and get antibiotics and stuff. So this is one of those times. So the doctor come in and she consult with me and she check in and look at it. I don't know if y'all ever experienced this. I know a few people on here say they experienced it, but a touch like this hurt. Like her touching it like this, not pressing, her touching it like this feel like a fucking knife. Like it's sharp, it's so tender, it feel like a knife. Now, can I tell y'all that I put a big old pad on going there. Now, I'm going to get a little intimate for all you fellas. Close your ears if you're sensitive, but I am not menstruating right now, but I put a big old pad on because I thought for sure that these people was going to make me piss on myself. Like, I thought for sure that, you know, they was going to stick me with that needle or cut me with the scapula or poke me or squeeze me something, and I was just going to piss. So I was like, put a pad on. So I'm sitting there trying to be brave, Lord. You know, everything else was good. My blood pressure was low, thank God, because normally this is paired with high blood pressure. So I'm like, Lord. But my blood pressure was good. My blood pressure has been good, you know, since I've been eating good and working out consistently and stuff like that. So I haven't had any problems. Like I said, I haven't had this problem since 2017 to this extent. So I'm a little down about that, you know, because it will prevent me from like working out and stuff like that, because I need both of my arms. Come on! Get up! Come in. She like, can I see under your arm? So I grab my boob, right? And so she like, is it hurting your breast? I'm like, Lord, please don't find another thing. And I'm like, no, it don't hurt my breast. My breast tissue itself is not tender, but my breasts are so heavy, and where the abscess is located, the tension from the breast hurts it. So it's comforting for me to hold the breast up, you know. So she was like, oh, okay. So she's like, well, what do you want to do? Do you want to freeze it you know, we could freeze it and then cut it like they do a wart or something, like freeze it if it's on the top layer of your skin, just freeze it and cut it off. Or, you know, do you want the lidocaine, because it's looking real deep. It's looking real deep. You're going to need to get this cut dug in and all of that. I'm like, well, I know I'm going to need the lidocaine. Oh my God, y'all. In my mind, I was like, Joy, you had 6 kids. You had natural birth. You had every kind of birth. You'll be fine. This is going to hurt, yes. But you know that after this is done, it's going to feel so much better. So live through it. Baby, let me tell y'all. That lady stuck me under my arm so many times with that needle, with that fucking lidocaine in it. When I tell y'all my fucking leg was straight, I was like, Jesus! Jesus! I was calling on God. It was nobody else I could call on. It was nobody else I could... Look, y'all, every time she stuck me in my leg, I was like, Lord! Every time. Every time. Every time. And then the shit never got numb. Shit never got numb. She stuck me about 5 times and put the medicine in. One of the times, I swear to God, the medicine squirted back out. And then she put an ice pack on it. She said, now leave it for a little while and put an ice pack on it. She put an ice pack on it and left me there for about 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I'm sharing this now. One, because somebody might be encouraged. You know, somebody might be encouraged and maybe have some, what they call that? Y'all, I'm sorry, I'm losing my words. But anyway, somebody might be encouraged by this, right? So many people look at I'm just talking about me. So many people look at me on the outside. They look at they're watching the social media posts, they're watching the kids, they're watching the workouts, they're watching all this stuff, and they just think that life is rosy and it's all pieced together and it's all perfect, and it's not. So a lot of times, you know, I push myself to do things when things are hard. So like I said yesterday in my Insta story and my Facebook story, I was feeling real bad from yesterday. This is some unbearable ass pain, y'all. But I committed to working out. So I took the Tylenol. I have a heating pad on the side of my bed. I put the heating pad on and I rested until, you know, I mentally pushed myself to work out yesterday, because that was something that I committed to doing, you know? And so it's not just a physical thing, right? So a lot of times my greatest accomplishments came when I was at my lowest, and I only did them, completed the task that I committed to because I pushed myself, you know? So this is kind of why I wanted to share this and other stories, and, you know, when things are not good. Because, you know, I tell people all the time, like, so I have a pet peeve. So I'm going to tell y'all a secret. I have a pet peeve, right? I have a pet peeve. If I have a relationship with you, my friend, my cousin, my sister, my brother, whoever, if I have a relationship with you, I have a pet peeve. Don't rely on social media to find out how I'm doing, right? Don't watch my Facebook page or my Instagram page, or sometimes you can watch my YouTube channel, but the YouTube stories, I tell them, a year after the thing has passed. So, you know what I'm saying? But don't watch my social media posts to determine how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? So my pet peeve is when people don't pick up the phone and call. I decided to, share this journey because it's not a new journey. It's one that I've been dealing with for 18 years. And I have been in the presence of most of you hurting, wounded, bandaged up, just like Nene said, she drove me one time, just left the hospital, on medication. You know, I've been in the presence of most of you while dealing with this. And still, you know, still your experience wasn't short of whatever it was intended to be. So I'm not saying that because I'm some great person. I have my flaws and scars and make mistakes and all that. I'm just sharing because somebody might need that encouragement.
Even though you was in so much pain and so miserable, you was still cracking jokes, and you had everybody in the waiting room just laughing, just everybody, and it was so crazy. People in the emergency room for a reason, but everybody was just, you just had everybody just going all, everybody, and I'm like, okay, these people, everybody's supposed to be miserable, but you got everybody in here laughing, but you miserable.
You already fucking sick. If you can, no more you could be. You at the emergency room.
And I'm just like, that's just my friend. Like, no matter where you are, what's going on, your presence is always joy. Always.